think about the country and where they'd like to see the country go, direction, if they have any opinions on the state of our union.
Oh,
You still working?
still working?
Yeah.
Like tonight?
Like, have a job?
Yeah. I retail jewelry.
Do you think there's any change between Obama and Bush?
Maybe a little, but not much that we can see like tangible here in our hands right now.
Cool. Well, thank you. Hello, sir. Do you trust the mainstream media? Do you feel like it's time to speak out about...
Don't get vaccines. They're poison. They're not natural. Nothing good comes from vaccines. It's a waste. It's just bad. Just wrong. Don't do it. Don't give your kids vaccines. Don't let it happen. Haven't got a vaccine in at least 10, 15 years. Not a good idea. Not a good idea.
We were talking
I don't care what your
earlier
doctor hit. There's nothing cool about getting some poison in your body willingly. Don't do it. You don't need it. You don't need it. It's not going to help you.
What are your concerns? Anything you want to say, or things you think the audience watching alternative shows like this ought to think about and ponder? Things that you've talked about, the economy, anything, maybe between each other?
It's difficult to really get the real truth. It really is. Even if you go to the internet, you go to the blogs, any place you go, the state of town, it's hard to find what would be considered the real truth. And then on top of that, to try to verify something that you look at and read. But it's the mainstream media is nothing but promotions and sales, and it's entertainment. It's entertainment.
Drug ads and
drug ads and drug ads and
your thoughts on the war and what's going on there, the latest troop surge announcement?
Well, we're totally against everything. We were against, to begin with, the invasion of Iraq. When it started, it was a big mistake. By the way,
and this is turning into the same thing.
My relative is on how many tour now?
Sixth
tour in Iraq.
Sixth
so
tour.
You can imagine how we feel about it.
Well, we've talked to a lot of people here that are receptive and not afraid to speak on the show. And so, do you have hope then, in terms of the community out here, that one day we're going to be able to put aside our political differences, religious differences, ideological differences, and come together on the local level? Or do you think that...
I think that's a good possibility, but right now a lot of people, like I was a team leader for Obama, and I'm very disappointed.
Until they get some control on in this country is the power that the corporations have in this country. We'll never really be able to... We've lived in other countries. We both lived in other countries. And until they put some type of controls... I mean, you take the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court says corporations should be treated as an individual. If you're going to treat them as an individual, then treat them legally as individuals also. Hold them to the same standards you hold individuals to. But we won't do that.
But I do have hope for the local areas.
We're doing a Man on the Street report for Access TV, and we're asking people if they're starting to realize that the people are being played off against one another, black and white, and that the same financial interest that brought in Obama brought in Bush. And people are starting to understand that we got to get beyond color of skin and deal with the issues.
I don't know if you guys ever saw it was like a Bill Ross episode, or Dave Ross, was PBS political activist, and a whole bunch of ex Black Panthers from New York, and like Obama, and the one thing is at the start of his campaign, he was like, African American community, please have my back, please, at the start of his campaign, which is fine. He's not 100% black, which is fine. He's a minority. You know what I mean? Like that's like me being since my grandmother's mother was an Indian, government kind of gets some money. I'm like a quarter Indian. You know what I mean? Like it would just been I would have had more respect for him as an individual. It's I'm a minority, and I'm speaking for America. And I really feel that he's just like a pacifier for America to actually have a minority president. You know what I mean? Same people are in office, everything, but, the whole thing is, America, Americans in society are like, there's a black president, there's a black president, there's a black president.
We're dealing with racism now.
So,
we've dealt with our past.
But, but America has Obama. But, he's like a black Bush. I don't really get it. So
have you seen how the military recruitment ads on TV changed? They started using more black faces as soon as Obama was elected. And now we have both white men and black men working together in the Middle East that are killing Afghans and Pakistanians, whether they know what they're doing is wrong or not.
You know what I mean? Just because living in money or whatever. And I mean, I know times are hard and stuff like that, but I just don't think like war is the answer for. I've worked presidential, state, ballot measures, Ralph Nader, Michael Barnerick, and stuff. And
I've interviewed Michael Barnerick.
Libertarian candidate.
Yeah. He had a heart attack a couple weeks ago. He survived that.
Yeah, he did. God bless his soul. But yeah, man, it's just when like I'm out and I'm like gathering signatures and stuff, and it's just kind of like weird. People are like, oh, yeah, brother, I voted for Obama. I'll sign your petition. I'm like, whoa. I didn't vote for Obama, and it's 2010. I mean, like, come on, like it's 2010. I mean, I don't really know.
But yeah,
sad.
Here we are.
Sad.
So this is a solution. It's us figuring it out right here. Because that's all we got when this thing happens.
People actually have to, read bills and actually go to the big meetings, watch the TV, like the senators all in the room, being all boring. Watch what they say, listen to what they say, and see for yourself, and don't just take the media as like fact, because that's America. It's kind of like sad that no one really wants to just go out and do stuff. There's virtual reality, virtual golf, virtual skiing, but nobody ever wants to just go do it for themselves. So.
Mm-hmm.
We need more health. We need more things like this. Meditation classes, people getting together in the community, taking the time to take care of their own health, heal their own bodies. You don't need to go to the doctors for every sniffle and every sneeze.
Exactly.
Yeah, why are we sick in the first place? Get to the root cause, take care of the temple, and everything else will follow. Take care of yourself. Don't run to your doctor and be afraid every time something goes wrong. Take it upon yourself to heal your own body, and the information's out there. The web, Google, YouTube, all the stuff, anything you could ever want to take a look at is at your fingertips, so go check it out.
Do you think there's been any difference in change since Obama got elected? Do you think we're on a different path now, or it's really the same old, same old? Same old, same old? Don't you think so? Oh, absolutely, but not everybody here believes so. Actually, tonight so far we've got a lot of good feedback. We've got a lot of people opening up and asking questions, and that's what we're trying to do, get people to ask questions. How's it going? Do you guys trust authority in the mainstream media?
Not really.
Okay. Do you think there's change now that Obama got elected?
I don't trust the mainstream media. I gotta get on the bus.
Okay.
You can use whatever.
You're a street musician, and you're out here feeling the vibe of what's going down on Hawthorne, and you think more people are waking up to what's going on?
I don't know. It all depends on the individual.
And what I'm talking about when I say wake up, that nothing's changed since we got our new president. The bombings have expanded into rural areas in Pakistan and Yemen. Monsanto's been appointed. You know where I'm going with this.
I've actually stopped paying attention to politics for the past couple of years, just because I spent a long time paying attention to politics, and it really drove me crazy. I think in Portland, people are a lot more open and ready to accept the world as it is. And I'm talking about as far as like growing and changing outside of political systems or whatever, what have you.